we should be live, I think. And yeah, that we are. I can't believe I did it right. Okay, so as soon as this commercial ends on the other end. Oh, there I am. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. If you did not catch part one is on Rob's Tabletop World. Well, actually, this is almost like part 3 if you really think about it. We're trying to get this this big boy all set, and we're just messing around and just getting base colors on him. So let's take a look at him. He's all nice and dry, and base colors right where we kind of want it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to darken this up. So to see how we got the base colors and everything in position here, you can go to YouTube, and it's Rob's Tabletop World, and you can check out, we have a couple of videos there. Monster X, how you doing? So I'm going to move this over here. I tried to clean things up a little bit. We are waiting for the arrival of my granddaughter. Actually, she is there at the hospital right now. So if the phone rings and interrupts, bear with me. Maybe you guys will be able to sit in on it a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the different views that we're going to be working with. Yeah, that one there I want to have. And then we got her up top, which we're going to be working on. And, you know, of course, the up top with me gone, which is more important than anything else. All right, so let's start right here. We're going to turn him to the side here. And right now, we just kind of got base colors on him. So now what we want to do is we want to start basically kind of working. We want to start darkening him up. We want to darken him up so we can highlight. So what we're going to start doing is creating the detail that is on this incredible figure. So let's go to this view here. And what we're going to be taking is an Athonian camo shade. This is a wash, okay, from Citadel. I have a ton of it, thank goodness, because that is exactly what we're going to do. And don't be afraid to ask some questions and stuff like that, because we will definitely answer all questions that you might have, for sure. All 6 of you here. All right, so with that said, you're going to see, and I really, this is a part that I really want to kind of show you, because this is actually probably one of the most important parts of this whole process. And we're not too worried about how we get it on there, but it's how we move it along and how we get it in different positions here. So as you can see how that's going to go on here, and what it's going to do, it's going to get in all these recesses. And we're going to go through quite a bit of this wash, but we want to control the wash, okay, and move it around. It's going to darken them up, and let me just turn this a little bit more so you guys can see what's going on here. And actually, if I brought, no, I'll leave that there, and we'll turn this a little bit, and we'll work. Oh, first of all, let's get it. So there we go. All right, sorry. All right, so again, what we're trying to do is darken him up, because what we're going to do is start building highlights. And the way I like to do it, and even though we got to still paint, we still have some base stuff that we have to do, like his toenails and his fingernails we have to put in the base. We're not worried about that right now, because all we're worried about is getting this wash into the skin. And I'm left-handed, so I'm actually doing this way, so you guys, I don't get in your way. Hello, Barbara. And of course, Board Game Geeks here, which means Mr. Alden is here. So it looks like I got off to a pretty good start here, Mr. Alden, because I was actually able to get it going. So now, again, look, do you see how that just goes? Well, might help if I adjust it so you can see. But I'm going to pull this a little bit closer because I really want you to see what's happening here. What we're doing is building detail now. Okay, by just taking this wash and working it into the recesses. So even if we missed a little paint spot or something like that, I'll tell you, that's who needs to go to the gym when you can just move that thing around all day. All right? Well, it's not heavy, believe me. It just looks that way. It's just awkward. And just taking, and we're going to work around, again, this is a situation where we don't want to get all that wash in there, even though it's not going to hurt anything. But if we just very lightly go over it, oh, his hand's in the way. You forget how huge this guy is, and how much he takes, how much space he takes. Let's see who we have. We have Barbara here. We have Tim here. How are you? Trashorama, which is Chad, and of course Mr. Aldi. All right, we're off to a good start. And just taking, and all we want to do, all we care about, is darkening up our friend here. All right? And that is our main objective this evening. I'm not worried if I get any of this on the base there or the toenails. A good spot. He's so huge that you actually have to keep adjusting the camera. It's kind of funny. All right, we're going to keep it right there. And I'm going to try to work in this base here as we're talking about this wash and what it's going to do. Now you see how it wants to run on you, and that's what you don't want. It's okay if it runs. It's running into the recesses. But what it's going to do is it's going to darken our friend up here very much. And you're going to see it especially here, where we are going to be darkening up his muscle tone. And that is really key here. And when it starts to run, you just grab your brush and you grab a hold of it into his muscle here, which is really key. And we really want, and you can see where now all of a sudden he has a lot more depth. Okay, he's got a lot more going on here. And we zoom in here. Now, for those of you that missed the first part of this, if you go to Rob's Tabletop World on YouTube, it's actually going to, we have a couple parts there, and you'll be able to see how we got to this point. We actually did a live show earlier today, just because there's just so much to do on this guy that you just can't do it all in one show. And what this is the reason we're painting this by hand is not a lot of people have airbrushes. I mean, you can airbrush this guy to Kingdom Come and then just come all over and do all this wash work. But the whole point is to show you an easy way on how to do this. And I'm just going to do this. I know you guys can't see it, but I just want to get this out of the way so I know it's done. And I'll show you how we're going to do the back as well. This bottle is almost done, believe it or not. This is an old bottle. I'm just trying to use up some old washes. And that's usually the smart thing to do. If you use your old washes before you crack open your new ones. Because if you got them, use them up. That's what I say. So just bear with me a second here and we'll get right back into focus as to what's going on here. Okay, there we go. And I'm not worried if it gets all over the place, because what's really going to help this is the highlighting that we're going to create. Okay, and you can see I'm just working that wash around and over those areas. And there's going to be multiple washes in certain areas here, but the main thing is to darken up that green. We want to darken up all that green work and really get in those recesses and really bring out the detail that is this monstrosity. He is a monstrosity. Let's see. Never used an airbrush. Can washes be airbrushed? Yeah, they can. I am using an Athonian camel shade. That is correct, Aldi. Who did I miss something? Which one? Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Yes, it's an Athonian camo shade. So it's going to take what we used earlier, which was a light color for our base, and it's going to give that pukey. See how that it's given that, ugh, like like he's disgusting and he's ancient and all those other things that we want to call this guy. I'm not even worried if this drops into the gray here on the bottom, because it's not going to matter one bit. And let me just get the rest out of here, and then we're going to work into this arm area. Now this is where you cannot, it's not going to do you any good to miss. So you want to make sure you try to get as much of him as you possibly can. Alright, Citadel washes tend to be diluted, tend not to be diluted. I think they're fine. I always find that they work very well for me. I think it's just I'm so used to working with them that, I really don't think of anything else. Now, I've worked recently with some Army Builder washes, and those were very nice, I have to admit. And I really enjoyed working with them. And as you can see, we are really just working these washes in. And that's all we want to do. I'm trying to use up the rest of this old wash. I've had this wash probably 3 years easily. And I'm very happy to say that it is going to die today. Yay, look. I should keep a count of how many pots I go through. I think that would be pretty cool. Alright, there we go. We're going to back up. And we are going to back up. We're going to move that microphone out of the way so you guys can hear a little bit better. And I'm going to turn him a little bit there. And let me figure out how I want to do this. Number one, you got to be able to hear me. Or else, what's the point, right? What's the point? Alright, there we go. And then we're going to move our static cam here. And also we can get a different angle up top too. You can see all the detail that we worked on in the back. And again, just looking on the top here, you see this is a perfect vision for you guys to see. As I'm going to darken this in right here, and I really want you to see how it changes. All right. Oh my God, Megadon Jaws. Guess who that is? Oh, by the way, he corrected me earlier, and it is not Simon, it's come on. I keep on forgetting. Could you fill a bucket with wash and dip it? No, because it would ruin some other things that we're trying to create here. So I'm trying to be a little bit careful, but not too careful. Yeah, you wish you could just dunk it, but the problem is that if you did that, it would run so much. You would have to take a brush, and it would take you almost longer to just move the wash around, because remember, it's going to stay on here and it's going to be pretty wet, and you don't want it to pool. So you're better off just taking and really moving it around. So let's take a look up here. See what this does? Watch how it starts to bring out some of the detail here. Now watch his head. Watch what happens with this skull here as I move this around. See how it starts to see all that detail that all of a sudden just comes alive there? That's exactly what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to create. We're trying to create depth and perception here. And that we're darkening him up because, number one, nothing is just one color. We're working with light and shadow now. I should probably pull these wings out, but I just put them in so they would dry. But you can see, if you really look hard, all that we're turning this around now. And you can actually go inside some of these crevices and work here. And you want to be careful around the tentacles. And we're going to come over in the front here a little bit. There we go. And I'm not worried about getting it in his eyes or anything like that, because actually what's going to happen is I'm going to come back and do his eyes. Alright. And alright, let's go to our other camera view, so we get a good look of what's going on here. And I'm just touching up a few things here. Okay. And this way we're going to get a better view here by doing that. Okay, there we go. And I will turn it here. Again, you know, if we really look, this is another old thing of stuff. Just moving that washer on. See how, especially around here, and just let it work its way wherever. But we want to make sure that we cover everything here, because it's gonna give us a nice dark base to work with. I'm just working with his hands here. Hold on. It's going to bring out a lot of that detail that by putting the base on, we kind of lost for a second there. And you're going to use a lot of wash on this one. That's why you use up your old ones while you can. Come on, but this game. I'm sorry. It needs an apostrophe. Oh, there we go. Trashorama. Alright, let's bring that over here a little bit. There we go. Alright, I'm going to bring that out. And there we go. And then I'll move that back a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to move my chair so I can make sure that you guys are seeing something, that I'm actually doing something. Now, one of the things that I can do here is I can move. I can pop these out because I haven't glued them in yet. And again, this is where, see where it pops and pulls that detail. Just using that, it's going to dry and it's going to get in those recesses, and it creates depth. And that's the most important thing that we are trying to accomplish here, is to create depth and darkness and basically where light, you know, true light, it almost creates true light in a way, because you get those shadows, and that's what is really going to make your model really stand out, is by doing that. All right, and we're going to come up here and in here. There we go. Now you can see that there are some areas that are white here, but that is going to be bone. We're gonna create bone there, and we will do that later. That is for a later date. But we're going to flip this around, and you can see the difference. Boom. See how bright it is? It doesn't make any sense. But you turn it over, now all of a sudden, hey, this is kind of creepy. I get the feeling he might use more wash than the green base coat. That is not correct, Tim. And you will get the Sassy Award today, because you are incorrect, my friend. What I really want to do is just make sure that we are able to pull this detail. Remember, we want that dark base underneath, and that's what we're really trying to create. And I won't use, actually, I've done a good part with a very small pot. You know, when you really think about it, You might be right. No, because I only had a little bit in that one thing. I was just about to say, I go, oh my God, I went through one pot. No, I did not, because that pot was almost empty. All right, there. All right, so we're going to take and create there and work that in there. Come up in here. All we're trying to do is just darken that up. There we go. And just a little bit there. All right, we're going to put this aside. We should put it over here. Let it dry on that box over there. And we'll pull his other wing. And we will do the same. Then we'll start working on that enormous back of his. I mean, look at the size of that thing. Jeez Louise. So again, very bland color, but then just getting that wash in there. And anybody can do this. That's what they create these washes for. All right? Is to help bring out some of the depth in the recesses. I mean, take a look at that. That's what we want right there. All right. I wonder if it's going to be 2 full pots. No, I don't know. That makes a pretty good, bold statement there. That could, no, because of the way it moves around, I don't think that it will. I am using it pretty heavily, though. I will tell you that much. Because I really want to darken our old boy up here. And I want to create, I want that to dry just very, very dark in there. Because what we're going to do is we're really going to use some different types of colors to really give him this like pukey, ancient, and I've got nothing better to do than to cause humanity pain look. And that's exactly what we've got in eye. Alright. Alright, there we go. And right in there as well. And boom. And a little bit there. Alright, did I get that side? No. See, I would have forgot that. Again, it's about creating depth. And if you want to see how we got these colors to where they are, you can go over to Rob's Tabletop World and check it out. And that's on YouTube. We streamed earlier during a thunderstorm, and we did not lose power. Because let me tell you something. There's 2 things that happen in Florida. One, it's going to, in the summer, it's going to rain every day. 2, you're going to lose your power. You are going to lose power. And 3, it's going to be hot. It is, oh, that's one thing you can always guarantee in the summer. In Florida, it will be hot. There's no day where you get, hey, it's 70 degrees out. What a beautiful day. Let's go for a stroll. Not in FLA. All right, there we go. What was that? What was that? Another stupid. All right. Almost got hit by a game because I was swinging the new chair around. All right, let's move this camera down a little bit. There we go. And let's start moving. See what happens if you don't move it? It pools, and you got to be careful of that. That is a lot of trouble into itself. That's why you want to move it around. Move it around. Make sure that it sits in those recesses and does exactly what you want it to do. There we go. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is filling and it's darkening everything. And that's, it couldn't get any better. Now it's kind of got like that rhino skin, only it's green. There we go. And we're going to move that in there a little bit. And we're going to come down in here a little bit. We're just working. Come on. There we go. Just working that wash in there. And it doesn't take long. It does not take long. All right. And like I said, the whole point is you want to go to light green so you can darken it up, but then bring it back with different types of green. And that's what we're shooting to do here, is utilize different types of disgusting green. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it, right? All right. There we go. Work like crazy here. I have to leave for a wedding tomorrow afternoon and then 2 weeks of nibbling time. Gotta get things in order and the office, says Frolic. Well, there you go. So that person has a lot of things going on. Let's see if we missed anything. I wonder if it's going to be 2 full pots. I don't think so. I think it's going to be exactly 2 pots. Because we used a quarter of one and we almost got the entire front done. Well, not really. I turned them. But we almost got this back done and we're not even halfway through this pot. And we're doing pretty good with it. Okay, it's moving pretty good in here. It's flowing in here. And that's what you want. If you get good flow in there. But yeah, if you're thinking of doing this, all I'm going to say is think twice about using an airbrush, but also think of how many paints you're going to go through. You are going to go through some paint. You are going to go through some paint here. There's no doubt about it. But is it going to be worth it? Yeah, sure is. I think I went out and I had something in mind and I wasn't sure how much of what I had. But when I went for the Nurgle Green, I went 3 pots of that. The gray, the dark gray, the Skaven Blight Dinge. I bought, what did I buy? I bought 3 and we used 2 so far. So everything's been kind of like in a 2-pot range, to be honest with you. And this wash really just makes him disgusting. And it's a weird plastic too. Well, plastic or yeah, it's got to be a plastic. Or a resin. It's hollow. This thing is actually hollow. So if you think it's like this big heavy thing, well, no, it's not. It's actually pretty lightweight and easy to move, but you can actually squeeze it. And I was doing that earlier, and I went, "Oh, hey, let me get this upper arm here." And working this in here. Working that in. Because we want to hit everything here. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good here. Whoa, whoa. Run away. See, that's the problem if you tried to dip it. They do have dips that you can dip it with. But, my God, the amount of that stuff you would need would be just insane. Does salt work on Cthulhu? It's like a bone material. He lives in the ocean. Bet he's immune. Ah. Okay. I missed that conversation somehow. But again, and wash isn't like paint. I don't think it'll cover as well because it's thin. So I wonder, maybe 3 pots of Athonian camel shade. I think it might do it. Might do it. All right, let's continue on with this arm. Well, okay, we'll come back up top. We'll go up top with that. All right. And we're really making the ancient one look all ancient. Isn't that what we intended on doing? See, this is another good example of watching what happens with his hand and how his hand will become very detailed. There we go. Trash-orama. That's pretty much definition of mini painting right there. It's statue painting. That's what it feels like. It definitely feels like statue painting. But definitely it's full of creativity. It is taking and utilizing, having a vision of what you want to create and how you want it to be. Remember, you don't have to go by any definition. You can make a blue Cthulhu for all you want, only because you never saw one. Come on, everybody got that one from Billy Madison, right? Okay. But the point is that to be able to just pull as much detail and definition from it and build it in a way that it moves you. That you're happy with it. And that's what painting really comes down to. It's what your vision is, how you see things. Yeah, sure, some of us try to, as close as we can, get it to maybe somebody else's interpretation of something because we like how that looks and we find it attractive. But ultimately, the best thing that you can do is try to do it in a way that benefits you and that something that will move you. All right, let's move this camera up a little bit. I just like this angle on him. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Trying to keep you in focus here, that's for sure. And you can see where you got to be careful. You got to move it around. And that we are going to do. We are going to move some wash around on my boy here. There we go. Getting in those recesses is just really key because it's really going to bring a lot of things out here. And I think I could probably do that. Yeah, there we go. That's a tough spot, though. All right. He's got such fantastic definition on his arms. Why not bring it out, right? Let's see. Dude, that is what I'm going to do if I get the courage to paint this beast. Well, you should get the courage to do it. I'm telling you right now, it'll be a lot of fun for you. I think you'll gain a lot of confidence from it. And that's what we try to do. We try to give you a blueprint so you can always, go back and watch these. Now, I think Scott is going to put these up on the YouTube channel. This one here, so you guys can check it out and follow along and have that blueprint forever on Board Game Geek TV. And that way you have something to go by. All right. I'm just going to turn him a little bit like this. But I really want to kind of... There we go. We want to get right in there. And you see where... I mean, of course you can see where I missed. But you can see how this leg now... And I'm going to just stop for a second here because I really want to point this out. Ugh. See that definition? That's all created by that wash. Now, how do we... The next step is to start bringing this out. Let me get the mouse so it doesn't move. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I still got to touch up some areas here. But you have that almost like dinosaur skin now. And that's exactly what we're looking for. See how that definition is all just starting to come in now? And then we're going to fix this front area. It's not going to stay like this. And then we're going to put eyes in it. And then we're going to work some different types of shades in here. And really give him a really unique feel. And I think that's really important. Okay, I'm sorry. But I just want to show you guys everything, There we go. All right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's not going anywhere. Good. Okay. Yeah, this was another half pot of Athonian camo shade that we almost used, or we're about to use. I mean, look at that detail on that arm. That's all we're trying to do, folks. Good, clean strokes, moving things around. And really just getting that detail. Now we're trying to, like I said, we're trying to build depth. And once we build depth, that's when we start bringing out the uniqueness of this creature. Depth and reality, because light and shadow makes a difference in everything you do. You look at a painting and you see lights and shadows in a lot of things. I'm talking a good painting, where maybe it's of a neighborhood or a forest or something, and how they utilize and create lights and shadows and how important they are. There we go, big boy. Gotta make sure that hair's good. All right. That's number 2. But it's actually 1, to be fair. All right, let's see. No, I've got another one here. Okay. See, this is a half-opened one. I'm using up all my old stuff and not using the stuff I just bought. uh, the real tough part here is getting in here, but we'll do it. Hey, we can do it. And in between the leg here. But again, I'm going to turn them a little bit. I wonder if the overhead shot would be a little better for this. Let's take a look. No, because of... But you could see the difference now. Do you see what's going on there? You see how that's going? You see where we're working here and what we're creating? Exactly. All right, I'm going to actually move over my chair. And we're going to take our static cam, or our moving cam, and if I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. That's where we want to see. That's what you want to see. That's what you're looking to see. Is how am I creating this depth? And there's a lot of touch-ups we got to do, but hey, we'll get to it, right? When this bad boy dries, oh, that's when the fun is going to begin. And we're going to see that because we're going to be able to finish this whole thing next week in just 2 more episodes. Hard to believe, huh? Hard to believe. Hard to believe that we started earlier today with just a blank canvas, and you know, here we are right now. We're right here. We're almost at a nice point where we can really start to, and some people might just be happy with it just like this, you know. It doesn't look that bad. You can say, hey, this is my version of it. Nothing wrong with that. Let me just get a little bit on the leg here. But not us. We're going to do the whole base. We're going to put a little static grass around it as well. All right. We're going to turn that back out there because I got to turn this here like this so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully. All right. And it's all about getting in here. And working that chest area, which is hard to get to because this was stupid. This was a poor, well, not so much a poor design, but you know, you wish this would come off or his head would pop off so you could get in there instead of moving these out like this. But hey, you know, you deal with what you dealt with. All right. And then we're going to turn that this way. And unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see this because I'm just going to do this real quick. But you definitely got to get in there. And that's why you use an old brush. Because it really helps you get in there, and if you wreck the bristles, you're not worried about it. Alright. And let me just tighten that up a little bit, and like I said, we're going to be working on that very soon. Alright, let's turn this again, and then we're going to be working on the back here. Wait, is he still alive? Yes, I am. I am still alive. I'm still alive. And move that there. Okay. He took a short break. You think he pick up eventually? Huh? Wow, I'm missing something. I'm missing something. All right. I was thinking about dinner, but seriously, not much after this, dude. Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. I really just want to grind this in here. And we still have a lot of work to do as far as his pustule butt and stuff. And we're going to work that up over there. And work that down. And we're getting there. And not bad. I think total so far, let's see, how long have we been going today? 48 minutes. Okay, not bad. I think I put, all in all, I probably put about 4 hours in this so far. And that's not bad. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. I really thought I could finish them today, but when I got going, I really didn't get going. You know, because you got the blueprint in your head, and then all of a sudden it goes, boop. Oh, wait a minute. How about if we try this or this? And then you question yourself. And that happens a lot, more than you think. I don't know, I didn't pick. Okay, I'm just making sure I don't miss any comments. Alright, and we're going to come over the top of his head here. In fact, that might be something we can pick up in our top down thing. There we go. And you can see how darkening this guy up, really, it kind of changes the whole complexion of him. Well, yeah, it changes his complexion, but what it does is, now all of a sudden you're thinking, you know something, this guy looks a little more sinister. This guy means business. And you have this beautiful depth in here. And there's beautiful detail. This is a wonderful, wonderful model. I wonder who came up with this. But, Cool Mini or Not makes some really great stuff. They really... It's... Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, Games. Make some really wonderful stuff. There we go. Jeez. I gotta get used to that. Talk about a little rebranding, huh? Alright. And right in there. And we're going to catch his side here. You know, with this guy, I really, it's one of those things where you don't mind so much if you catch a little bit of pool up with the wash, because it actually makes a big difference. You know, because it just makes him chaotic. And after all, I mean, what are we talking about? We are talking about a giant beast that is chaotic, if anything. All right. All right. Yes, we have somebody that subscribed with. Thanks for the subscription. We really appreciate that. Gotta love when people subscribe with Twitch Prime to our thing. Believe it or not, every little bit helps the mighty Board Game Geek. Alright, let me take a look at one more thing here. There we go. And then I'll start laying out some of the details of what you're going to be seeing with our friend here. And we got a little area here that we want to fix up here. And I just want to get over by the back of his leg that I missed here. I mean, I would change the camera over there, but honestly, you ain't seeing much. You ain't missing much, basically, is what I'm saying. Alright. And that all just sitting in his muscles nice. Boys, where am I going to put this guy for a few days? I mean, he takes up the whole living room. It is a big, big model for sure. And you can see what we're trying to do here. Pretty sure the queen isn't going to let you put it on the coffee table. Nah, even though she was kind of fascinated by it for about 12 seconds. Right now, all she's worried about is grandbaby, so I could probably put it on the coffee table and she wouldn't even recognize it. That is for sure. Alright, big boy. Whew. Alright, let's see what we got here. Clean some of these brushes out. And oh, I missed the spot. That's aggravating. All right, right under this arm here. It's a lot of area to fix. It really is. It's a real lot of area to cover. But once you get it, you got it. Boy, he's disgusting. That's what we were going for. We weren't going for the beauty contest. Alright. Now, let's turn them around. And I'll explain to you what we're going to be doing in the next week. We'll be back next Wednesday with this guy. And let's just go here. Boom. Now, big difference. Big difference. Does Rob know who you are, Frolic? That would have to be Helen the minute she starts talking about the Queen. That would make an awesome hood ornament. It definitely would. All right, so what we got here is we got all our base coats, but we got that wash in there. That wash in there really darkens our friend up here, and now makes it easy for us to add different washes that of different colors, and then just little nuances here and there. There's a lighter, a very light dry brush over them to start pulling out some of the detail. But I may want to even darken them a little bit more, maybe just a little bit more. The tentacles, taking like an Emperor's Children to solidify all that, and then start putting in the eyes. But we also want to take some Agrath Earthshade, okay, which is a very dark brown, and kind of hit certain points and bring out certain points of him. Let's see what. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on so I can see. 2 pots for 2 base coats. Yeah, pretty much. Looks super good so far, Rob. Well, thank you. I missed the YouTube stream on account of work. Well, that's okay. You can watch it back. And again, if you want to see where we got to the point with all these pustules and stuff like that, definitely check out Rob's Tabletop World. And that is on YouTube, of course. If you put it in, you'll see that we started part 1 and part 2. Part 1, I showed you how to basically spray paint, prime it. Then part 2 was base coating. We went live for about an hour and a half, and now part 3, we put the wash over them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry, and it's going to take a good 40 minutes to dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him aside until next Wednesday, where again I will go live around 4 o'clock probably. And now we're going to start working on some of the things that we want to do, and that's bringing him out. This base, this is a key part. I wanna make this lighter so we can actually get a glow in there, because as he's coming out of this thing, we're going to build in the back here. If you notice the blue, and I'll show you with the top down. Yeah, this blue base here, this is just a base coat, but what we're going to do is we're going to make this glow, and we're going to have it glow all the way up the side here, as he came out of a portal to destroy all of mankind. Pretty good idea. Now, the other thing we want to do is we really want to kind of shade. He doesn't look bad. We got to do his toenails, his fingernails. We got to give him a manicure. We got to also darken that up, and really show off that we haven't done anything with those nails, but we will, and that's going to really sell this figure and make him old, and all the other things. The eyes, I haven't decided on what color. There's 3 colors you can go with. You can go with pure white with a red background. You can go red, or you can go yellow with Cthulhu. I'm leaning towards the red eyes coming in. I think those would really kind of break up some of the color masses that we have here. We're also going to try to work some static grass and really kind of lighten this rock up and bring some dimension to it. Remember, the base that he stands on is just as important as he is. Then we will work on these pustules, where we're going to bring those out a little bit, and some of the areas around it, by highlighting and adding some different techniques. Now we should be able to finish that next Wednesday, and more than likely I'm thinking that we will be finishing here on Twitch. Now you're going to see a lot of me on here, okay? We're going to do a lot of live things. I know this one wasn't too exciting to see, especially since I got so much going on waiting on my granddaughter to come. But I promise you that we have some exciting things coming down the pike. When we get back from Gen Con, because this will be the last, when we finish this, it'll be the last show that we do before Gen Con. So when we come back, we're going to do Blood Rage with contrast. So I'm going to show you how to do contrast so you can quickly do your Blood Rage. Also, whatever popular games, I may even kind of twist it up a little bit. Instead of doing the Blood Rage, if there's a real hot game from Gen Con, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll finish our Brook City on here. I don't know. We've got so many wonderful things that we can paint and do and just have fun. Barnacle Bay we have. There's never an end to the stuff that we can paint. But the whole point is send me an email, novaprime860@hotmail.com, and let me know what you would like to see here on Board Game Geek. Is there something that you want to see painted? Because the whole point of doing this is giving you a blueprint in order for you to be able to copy or whatever, mimic it, because I try to make it as simple. Anybody could have done what I just done here. Okay, all it does is take a bunch of time, and if anybody can do it, it's you guys, and I really believe that for sure. Let's see. Do acrony. Well, I could do that. Oh, we also have defense grid that we can do. Do Time of Legends. Time of Legends. I'm not sure. I volunteer to send my copy to you. There's some guy with an afro. Let's see. All right, Joan of Arc. Oh, Joan of Arc. Yeah, I'm looking to get. That's supposed to come out at Gen Con, the retail version. So when I get that, we'll do that too. I mean, there's nothing that we won't tackle. We won't try to build you a blueprint so you can copy it and do it. This thing with the size of it. I mean, you really think about it. In the time that we did 2 episodes since yesterday, we got pretty far with this guy, and that's. You can imagine what we can do with a bunch of smaller miniatures. We can really rock through them and really show off some things and give you some blueprints to do some things. So I'm really excited about the things that we can do and share with you. And it's Twitch is not Twitch without. I don't know who that is. Twitch is not Twitch without. You guys are killing me today. The most important thing is that you get a chance to express yourself, and that's what we try to show you here, that you can do this. I believe you can do it. It's not hard. Pick up a brush, paint, enjoy yourself, and have a beautiful time, and that would make me very, very happy, to be honest. So I'm going to leave you with a couple things. Number one, tomorrows are never guaranteed, so appreciate today with all you have. Be nice to somebody. Be good to somebody. Because not only is it going to make that person feel good, but it's going to make you feel good as well. And like I always sign out, every single video I've done, all 2,000 and some odd videos I've done in 4 years, which is insane. To the world, you may be one person. But to one person, you may be the world. And to me, you guys are my world, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun. These will get a lot better, and we'll get to have a lot more fun and do some things. Odds of cutting off before he finishes. Oh God! So now I'm going to hold on for a second because I'm just going to annoy Helen and everything. Thank you all so much for coming. Support Board Game Geek so we can keep on bringing you all this fantastic stuff. Next week we're going to give away some gift certificates to a miniature market. I'm going to talk to the owner, and we're going to give some away when we're doing this, because we'll have an easier time to do it. A little stress with the granddaughter coming and everything, but don't worry, we'll be fine. And most of all, thank you so much, and stick with us. We got a lot of great things coming, and I think you'll really enjoy them. Till next time, it is your old pal Rob saying we will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.